Sing on. I love rock and roll. So come and take a time and dance with me. And it is working. Welcome back to Couch Chats with Courtney. This is the couch session. This is the couch sessions. They're going to get better and better, I swear. But I do like a good old couch session. I love to invite you into my home, sit on the couch, have some chats about life, give you some advice around how-tos, answer your questions, mix in astrology, all the things. I feel like this is my zone of genius in the current space I'm in with wanting to do more YouTube. So what are we going to talk about today? If you've already seen the title of this, then you would know. I have an entire list of things I want to talk about in the couch sessions. But if you have a specific topic that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below and we can definitely dive into that. If you've already seen the title of this, then you would know. I have an entire list of things I want to talk about in the couch sessions. But if you have a specific topic that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below and we can definitely dive into that. Oh, we need to turn that off. I don't even know if you could hear that. Okay. Today, we're actually going to talk about something that I just posted kind of on my Instagram. Shout out to my Instagram. I am Court Burns. If you don't follow me there, please come follow. I kind of talk on my stories daily. And I post some funny stuff. I think I'm funny anyway. Also, my TikTok is I am Court Burns as well, where I talk all about astrology things and share other content. So don't forget to check me out there as well. Okay, now that I'm done plugging myself in all the ways, let's actually talk about today's topic. Today, we're going to talk about how to actually live your dreams. Now, do I feel qualified to discuss this specific topic? Yeah, I do. Do you know why? Because I am an avid dreamer. I have been dreaming up new life ideas since I came out of the womb. I was from my perspective, but also my mom has told me this, I was very imaginative. I have the biggest imagination, and that's common for people who have big dreams and ideas, right? We are the dreamers of society. I am an Aquarius. That's my job here, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, and Aquarius Saturn. Plus, I'm a Pisces rising with Venus and Pisces. I'm meant to dream. Dreaming is what I am good at. The execution sometimes could use a little bit of work, right? I could do with some earth sign people in my life to support that. Anyway, today we want to talk about how do you actually live your dream life, right? There's so much shit on the internet of people being like, do this, visualize that. And some of it I agree with. And I probably will make some videos around it. How do you actually practically live your dream life? Well, let's get into that in a second, but I do want to talk about something that I chatted about on my Instagram today. I feel like there's some things that happen globally on social media around the world that just sort of gets a little bit missed when we're talking about this topic. The reality of living your dream life means that there is going to be sacrifice that is associated to this. Anything in life is not always butterflies and roses, and living your dream life is also not butterflies and roses. You know that saying that's careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I know my grandma has said that to me before many times, and and when she would say it, I'm like, I know, but this is what I want. And I think with that comes some things that we don't always talk about, right? Journey of getting to your dreams or creating your dream reality is something that we don't always discuss because people want to see the end result, or we often see the end result of I achieved this, I have this many followers on Instagram or TikTok, and I share those things too. But I also like to share the journey because the journey is the reality of what it takes to get there. Everyone always says there's bumps, whines, fields of roses, and then there's hits of despair. I've never heard anyone say that, but I just did. That's the real truth about what it means to make your dreams come true. I am 100% someone who's if you have a dream to do something that has never been done before, you can do it. I truly and honestly believe that we are given the inspiration, the ideas, the insights, the downloads from source, spirit, God, whoever it is that you want to think that's what your higher self. We're given that because we can achieve it. And it's our duty as the creator of that dream, desire, or passion to make it something tangible, right? Like, we got to be a little bit delusional sometimes to make those dreams reality. But what about the reality piece that our world is missing? So here are some of the ways that I think you actually make your dreams reality, with including the reality piece. I believe that you need to have the audacity enough to actually say, I'm going to do this thing. For starters, you need to be audacious in your pursuit. You need to be like, you literally have to have the audacity to be like, I'm just going to do this, because you are going to have pushback from other people. People are going to question your dreams. They are going to say, how are you going to do that? That's not real. How are you going to be able to do that? They're going to ask a lot of questions. It might come from a place of insecurity for them, right? And you have to be audacious enough. Is that the right word? Audacious? You have to have the audacity to say, I don't care what you think. I am doing this and I am going towards the direction of my dreams. Audacity is going to be your middle name as you go on this pursuit, okay? I also think you need to put the blinders on, kind of associated to this, and not take in every single person's piece of advice. And here's what I mean by this. Not every single person understands your frame of mind or your dream, because they're not meant to carry that dream out. Or maybe they haven't, had the time or space or the audacity to go for their dreams. And so there's certain people where you're going to have to put some blinders on and not lean on them for support or advice, but looking towards and finding people who have done what you've want to do, or looking for people who are in a space of like wanting to pursue dreams. This is what I love about the entrepreneurial journey, is that even when somebody in your corner doesn't know what you're doing, like let's take me for example. If I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be an astrologer, which I said this, and this is what I want to do, and people in the business groups I've been in or other entrepreneurs don't understand what astrology is, they're like, I believe in you and I support you, and what can I do to help you? Because they know what it's like to have a dream or a goal that not everybody understands, and they go towards making it happen, right? And so being around people who are on that trajectory of growth or being a dreamer in their own life is so important and can help you so much. Like so much. So you can find these people on social media. You can find these people, I'm sure, in your friend groups. But like, look at the pandemic. Like, I have friends now that I never had before. And like the majority of them are all online, and they really helped me grow in my own way, and vice versa. So it's like finding people who can support you in your vision. And even if it's not every step of the way, it's like just having a little cheer squad that'll help you get going to get there. Now, this one I actually want to kind of go into a little bit more, and some people don't like this. I know I didn't at first when people said this to me, like, your dreams are going to require sacrifice. A lot of people don't like when people say that, but it's true. Like, if you've ever done any form of like long distance run or a marathon or building a house or saving for a house, like anything that is a big investment of your time, of your health, of a change of your life, is going to require some semblance of sacrifice. Like, I know I hated this. I was like, you can have it all. You can have it all. And I think you can have it all eventually. But starting my business, like, I was like very naive in the fact that I did not think it would take as long as it has taken for it to grow and start to sort of like bloom in the ways that I wanted it to. I had this like instant gratification feeling. The Amazon, what's it called? Like the Amazon, Amazon just is like, boom, I'm here, right? Nah, that doesn't work with your dreams, right? It doesn't work with your manifestations. Like, it takes time, and it also takes sacrifice. So there is going to be times while you're pursuing your dreams that you're going to sacrifice time with your friends, socializing. You're going to sacrifice time watching Netflix or watching movies. You're going to sacrifice time just chilling and doing nothing. Now, I know this specific area is something that I think a lot of people could get a little bit antsy over because we are trying to dismantle hustle culture, which I also am. And it's like, well, if you have a dream and you're in a season of life that's asking you to put in the time, energy, and effort to work towards building that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to just be in a state of like resting and relaxing all the time. You're going to be giving up or sacrificing parts of your time as a resource, especially if you're somebody who like doesn't have a lot of money to invest in your said dream, right? Some people, like, I think a really good example is I love to watch people on YouTube who like build new homes or build tiny homes or build out their van. And you can see people who literally work like 9 to 5 and then afterwards they are just solely working on their van or on their home in the afternoons and on the weekends. And eventually, years down the road, whenever they finish, they get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But that didn't come without sacrificing something. And I think we want this like comfortable life, but when you are moving towards a state of achieving your dreams, you're going to give up some of those simple comforts, right? Like you're not going to be able to invest in like all of these amazing things right away, perhaps, or you're not going to be able to go out and like buy a bunch of new stuff because you're investing in your business. Like these are the reality bites of what it takes to make your dreams come true. And the amount of times I've had to say no to hanging out with certain friends or socializing in the pursuit of making my business happen has been astronomical, and it's not an easy choice, and it is made me even come up to a point of like really addressing people pleasing skills and being like, I have to put this first right now because I see the vision and what this could create for me years down the road if I do this now. And not everybody understands that. I will say the people who do understand that, they're the real MVPs and they stick by you no matter what. Like if you're like, no, I can't do that because I want to work on this for my life. The people who get that and understand that, ding, 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 green flags, they are the winners. They are the friends you want to stick in your corner for life. And chances are you are also going to be that person for other people because you know what it's like. So I wanted to share this because I think that that is how you start to create your dream life, right? Obviously, you want to map out and create the visuals and visualize what it is that you actually want for your life and for yourself. Like that's what you do. And it's important to sit with yourself and ask, like, what are my big dreams? I know I asked this a couple years ago too. I was working in a school and I remember this was like right before I wanted to leave. And I was like, I am just like not jiving with this. Like, I'm just not jiving with this anymore, right? That lifestyle. And I remember I walked into the lunchroom and I was like, what's your guys' biggest dreams? And everyone looked at me like, what? And it was in that moment that I realized like so many people are living in a state of 3D matrix and not allowing themselves to be big dreamers, or maybe they don't want to. And maybe that was just a life for them, but it's not for me. For me, dreaming and seeking new ways of envisioning the world and my life is so important to me. And I know it is important to a lot of other people out there. So I hope this video gave you some inspiration and some insight, just some things to think about in your pursuit of creating your own dream life. So to summarize, I would say you definitely need to visualize and think about what are your big dreams? What are the things that you cannot imagine leaving this world without accomplishing or trying in this life or just having in your reality? Number 2, you're going to have to get very audacious and have the audacity to shoot for your dreams and fuel yourself up. Put the blinders on and not listen to what every single person has to say. Also, you are going to have to find people who will support you and cheer you on during that vision, because not everyone is going to understand or have the capacity to support you in that pursuit. And last but not least, you are going to have to make some sacrifice. So if you're not ready to make sacrifices, if you're not ready to say no to socializing, to putting your weekends on hold, to work on your dreams, if you're not ready to do that, then you might not be ready to make your dreams real. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to challenge the fear and do it anyway. And you're going to have to let go of some of those creature comforts, which I know you can do because I have done it too, and it's not fun, but it is 100% possible. I'm gonna leave you with this because this is something that I've been thinking about for me, because I love YouTube, and for me, one of my biggest dreams is to be a paid YouTuber and monetize this channel and just like chat about life and like vlog and create. That's my dream. And I also work with kids, and so many of them now are like, I want a play button. I want to be a YouTuber. I just want to get that play button. And I say to them every single time, I'm like, if you want to be a YouTuber, you better start like now. I'm like, okay, what's your channel name? What are your ideas? What would you create? And the ones who are like, I want the play button, I'm like, okay, so how many videos are you willing to make before you get that play button? Because the reality is YouTube is not a instant gratification, and it takes time. And it's such a good reminder for me and for anyone who's on this platform that our dreams are a marathon. They do not happen overnight, no matter what social media shares and tells you, or how many people say, I made six figures in this amount of time. No, that's a lead up from everything that they've done in their life, just like this. So if you are someone who's been sitting on a dream and you want to start making it happen, I'm with you. This is part of my dream and how I'm showing up here. So have the audacity, put some boundaries in place, and start making some sacrifices, because you never know where you will be 6 months from now into a year if you start today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, because you help me reach my dreams and I will help you reach yours. I can't wait to see you in my next video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!